I have a mask. I can wear the mask on my head if you want. I mean, it's just, you can wear your mask on your
Enough. We're going to take recess for 5 minutes. Please.
Get him out of the room if he can't put his mask on.
Mr. Tubb,
well, that was a heated exchange there at the Glenbrook District's 225 school board meeting last week. And, of course, that individual who was there to address his concerns as a taxpayer getting cursed at. Well, now that individual joins us here on the WMAY Morning News Feed. I'm Greg Bishop. Mark Weyermuller joins us on WMAY. Mark, thanks for taking time with us this morning. Let's get your reaction here. You were there to speak as a taxpayer, wanting masks optional in the school district after what we saw in Sangamon County Circuit Court. Was this before or after the appeals court?
Well, thanks for having me on, Greg. Yes, this was actually it was before the appeal. No, it was after the appeal. You know, I've lost track. It was a week ago today, and I've spoken at many board meetings, mostly about taxes and pensions. But this massing is just out of control. So this is the next town over from me in Glenview. But all the school districts are making decisions together. They actually all have the same law firm. 9 school districts have the same law firm. So they're strategizing together. And like I said, most of the time I speak, no one says anything. I didn't think that much about it. You know, Joe Biden, Lori Lightfoot, and J.B. Pritzker all take off their masks to speak. So why can't I take off my mask?
Well, and you were ultimately bullied by a school board member having obscenities thrown your way, and just not a healthy exchange whatsoever. How do you feel that students in your district are being treated if they decide not to wear their mask?
Well, this is all coming out now that kids that won't wear the mask or have medical or religious exemptions or even have it pulled down below their nose sometimes to breathe, they're being put into gyms or isolated in hallway, detention, sent home. And you can just see if they're treating me this way, just imagine what they're doing with kids that are, fortunately, this was on camera. And I had a tape of it. I wasn't even going to post it. And then someone texted me Tuesday and said, hey, your video has 25,000 views already in 15 minutes. So it ended up going viral. It was on Fox News and Charlie Kirk's show and Ben Shapiro's show. And it's just, if you want to see the whole transcript, which we can't say on the radio because the tape, you really can't hear the obscenities yelled. And then he told me to put the mask on a body part of mine. Yeah. You'll have to listen to the tape because we can't say that on the radio.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. What's going to happen with this school board member that screamed obscenities at you? Anything?
Well, apparently he's done an apology on Facebook. I've contacted the board. I was surprised the rest of the board members. It's kind of embarrassing for them to, if this is the way they conduct business. I don't know who does business like this. Those are words I don't even use. So I'm surprised the whole board hasn't stepped down. They have gone mask optional. I thought they would go mask optional right away and vote on it. And it just, they did have their meeting the other day, another meeting, but they did it on Zoom so they don't have to deal with somebody like me or any other parents or taxpayers, which is very sad.
Mark Weyermuller, he is a taxpayer in Glenbrook District 225. We've played the tape, edited, of course, with the appropriate censor beeps where they need to go. But you had a school board member scream obscenities at you. And ultimately, that school district, you're saying, did go mask optional.
Yes, pretty much everyone's going mask optional. Tuesday night, there's 3 school board meetings. So New Trier, I'm not sure, has gone, which is where my kids went to school, which is a high school. There's actually 9 districts. Talk about consolidation in my area. There's districts. Every town has its own district. So we have so much bureaucracy, which is another issue that we're trying to cut down the size, scope, and cost of government and focus on education. So this is the next town over. My kid's actually in District 39 in Wilmette. So, but this is the next town, and they're deciding all their policies together. So some people criticize me for speaking in a district where my kids were not in school, which is another thing because I thought we had the First Amendment and free speech, and it is public comment. I didn't realize that they restricted public comment to certain people, which is it's very disturbing that anybody on the board would feel this way. And I appreciate you taking these calls. You certainly allow free speech.
Try to. That's what we do here on WMAY. Mark Weyermuller, greatly appreciate you taking the time with us this morning on short notice to react to what happened last week and keep us posted on what happens, all right?
All right, thanks for having me on. Just let me say one last thing. I want the parents to decide what's going on in schools and not a board. The parents know